Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Tank Tycoon on episode 4 of the Interbellum update series. And we have a new trophy, the Tyrannus MLE2. This one might also seal another gap that we have in our tank lineup. The tanks that we have now are heavy, but slow. They do have a lot of firepower, but they can't get there fast. We also have light tanks armed with a lot of machine guns, and this one can fit right in the middle of that lineup. It even already comes with an anti-drone cage. Isn't that advanced for 1922? So first we're going to put the engineers to work and make sure that we reverse the chassis. There's also a lot more parts in here, but unfortunately they're pretty old. They're Mark II and Mark I. So I don't think that there's that much to learn. But maybe that whole frame can be updated. Maybe we can add our own level of armoring to it and make sure that it's ready to go onto final production with a lot more firepower. As for the German contract that I was working on, we still have 26 days. I have 34 tanks in storage. I've already shipped about 30 tanks, and the production hall is almost ready, finishing up. We have 34 tanks here. We're building another 2. I miscalculated somewhere, I think, because apparently we still need a few more. I don't mind having a few more frigates in storage than I really need, because I think I'll be able to sell them to a different contract at some other date. Seeing as my German contract's almost up, let's see if there's any contracts that we can bid on. There is the Serbian group. What do they want? They want to have a cavalry tank. And it's supposed to be 22 tons, so yeah, most of those are going to fall very, very far away from that, such as this, let alone that. What would happen if I offer them the LK2? They hate it. Yeah, there's quite a few defects with that thing. The problem that they mostly have with it is mobility, which is interesting. Because this thing that I have made does not have enough road speed, is not transportable, and has apparently very shit operational range. So that's why they really don't like it. Regarding the Hornet, they don't like that either. The frigate, no. The battleship, of course, they hate that. The Mark 8s. Like, at some point, I think we can just phase out the whole Mark 1 line, because they probably don't like it. Same as the Mark 5. I don't think that these tanks are going to have any place anymore. There is the medium Mark 0. That's one that I still haven't fully designed, because I was mostly waiting for the other tank line to finish. I was designing a lot of parts, or engineering a lot of parts for that. Yeah, we're pretty much done with that. We do have the Hornet track. Let's create another component for this, and then have a look at the other one. So edit this in engineering. And let's see what we can do about improving this thing, if anything. It's a Mark IV part. Traction efficient grouser. Let's have, yeah, that's Mark II. That's Mark II. Or we can have sprung rollers. Those are a bit heavier. Yeah, their cross-country speed is slightly better. Okay, fine. And sprockets, Mark IV. Ooh, a Mark V, improved gear sprocket. Even a Mark VI, the bolted sprocket. I like Mark 6, let's go with that. 33 days. And then we're going to have a look at that other one. That one, much like the Heavy Independent, was missing a turret. So I'm very much hoping that I'm now going to be able to get said turret. So we're going to create a component, yes. We're going to make sure that this thing gets all the parts that it needs. And it's a very, very light tank. It's only 5,000 tons. It can only have an infantry turret, really? That's unfortunate. Does that mean we can make it very quick? Oh, we got that. Yeah, right. No, thank you. We still need the different tracks for this tank. Even the ones that I have acquired from other nations don't fit this tank. Unfortunate. So, yeah, it might be nice to work on that, but at the moment, I don't really think we need to do a whole lot more. Because there's not that much more to work on regarding with that tank. Research, about 47 days, so we'll still be a little bit ways away from an upgrade there. Oh, look at that, the Hornet, instantly through a breakthrough. The breakthrough is something that I would recommend that you get, the Breakthrough Bureau. This, especially at Tier 2, gives you a 6% chance of completing a project in a single day. So that's very nice, especially as some projects, as you might have seen, just take 33 days to complete. And that means that you really want to cut that down. And if it's just a flat chance for a little bit of maintenance a month, I think that's fine. Okay, we got 36 tanks. We have, there you go. Now we have completed them. So now it's time to ship those off to the Germans. I already shipped 30 with the cheapest shipper. And I have 22 days, so I can pretty much do that again, but not twice. So let's go for medium. Delivery speed is 6 days. I think that's fine. We need another 38 tanks. Oh, you can only ship 35. Okay, fine. We'll use these guys. Sign the order. And that's the German contract done. We're down to 3 million again. Thankfully, that German contract is going to award me 2.7 million once completed. So that should speed things along quite nicely. And we should be back on track to be almost at 6 million. We're going to have a few tanks standing by, but that's fine. Romania. Can I be of service? They want to have a restock contract. Extra requirement. It has to be the LK2A with the Leichtwagen. I'm sorry, I don't have that. I don't have that. So they're trying to restock on that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Maybe I can serve them by just selling them the tank that I pulled out of, well, pulled apart and then put back together again. So this one is going to have the Leichtwagen tracks. Can I? Yeah, maybe, but not now. I would love to create a new component for this. Let's check. Let's check engineering. Because if I can have a better type of track, that still isn't too heavy. Maybe I can make it work. Mark 6. We already got the sprung rollers. That's fine. Traction grousers, mud chutes, and the cast idlers at Mark 2. We're going to push that to Mark 6. Okay, this is... it's going to take 31 days. Crap. Can we push this to 45 people? No, we can't. That's unfortunate. Can we hire more? I need more engineers. Because that contract's not going to wait for me for 31 days. Yeah, 30 days. I think I'll still not be able to do it. Because at this point, I need to do the engineering first. And then do the design. Which you probably simply cannot do. Yeah, 23 days. We'll still not be able to catch it. Oh well. Oh well. We just need more engineers. But the engineers are working here and there. And I am also tearing apart the CB16. So that's where all the engineers are at. Now we do have a few frigates standing by. But I don't think anybody really wants those. The German one is completing. Yes, good. And what do the British want? Because it's a very big contract. 20 tons. Oof. I don't think I can serve you with that. I don't think I can serve you with that. Because we're going to be ending up with this, but that's something that they hate. Because it doesn't have crew performance. Like, it's bad everywhere. Okay. The frigate's way too heavy. The battleship's worse. No, I cannot serve the British. This is that problem. I need a tank that's about 20 to 23 tons. And I don't have it. So that's why I want that CB16. That's why I want that particular hull. Completed. 5.7 million. Very nice. Iron-wise, I think we can get a little bit more now. Because we're always building tanks. Let's get the iron. 5,000 from Oceania. I still don't really need anything else. I think, yeah, maybe a bit of glass. Asia. Asia doesn't have a whole lot. Africa has almost nothing. Fine, we'll just get a bit from Europe. 20k. There. Seeing as I'm swimming in money, I don't mind it. Is there anybody else I can hire? Because the more that you build your reputation, the more you'll be able to start hiring administrators. And that comes at tier 2. But I'm not there yet. Not even close. So this is one of the reasons why you might want to focus on getting a particular nation's favor at the expense of another. You might argue that, for example, because Germany has, I think, the Krupp administrator you can just serve Germany or prioritize Germany to make sure that they get happy. And that would then allow you to get that administrator and potentially some better contracts with the Germans. All right, the heavy independent. We have all the parts engineered. There is our new turret. This is interesting for a design. We got 4 of those secondary turrets. This thing is way over what the Hornet tracks can carry, I think. Like currently it's 33k, but supposedly the running gear can only hold 22k. So we're going to need different running gear. This running gear simply cannot carry what I'm asking it to carry. This one is a little better, but not enough. Would have been nice, wouldn't it? Let's just make sure that it's chock full of machine guns, because apparently that's the only thing it can carry. I really want to build a Mark II tank, but we're not getting there. That sucks. Okay, fine. Save the design changes. Yes. What do we need for better tracks? We're getting these tracks in 28 days. Okay. Fine. The reverse engineering is almost complete, so we can look into that. There's the new 20k iron, and there's the reverse engineering. Okay, what's next? What is next? Let's go for the Kinotar tracks. Assign the engineers there. And I want to have a look at the hull. I want to have a look at that hull, that new one that we just got. Because that could be the missing link. So that's the CB16 series, 1922 modern. Modern is debatable. Let's make sure that this thing gets 6 shells or 10. However, crew safety is a bit less. Okay, this actuated semaphore. Let's give him a wireless set or an armor. 1921 modern. They're both modern, supposedly. This one, crew aiming is pretty bad. This one, crew aiming is good, but structure is less. Yeah, let's go with this one. And then we have the unditching beam, or the unditching fascine. However, this thing is 3 times the weight. Let's go with a beam. Light hull hatch. We can go that to a Mark IV. Yeah, see, we can definitely improve upon this design. However, can the tracks carry it? That's something I don't know. That's something I'm a little concerned about. We can add a rangefinder here. We can have the FHA steel stay, that's fine. Yep, that's fine. That's the riveted one. We have a tier 2 here. We get the Ausführung 3 from the Germans. I think we're going to go with that. Then we have additional ammo stowage. And we have additional fuel stowage. There. 18 days. Off you go. I wonder if we can make that thing work. Maybe in tandem with the different running gear that I'm about to research. I really hope that that's going to be the answer to my prayers. Contract for Norway. Hello, Norway. What is it you want? Another 22-ton tank. Come on. They want a cav tank which has decent mobility, lots of soft firepower. Yes. They're going to hate that because it has neither. The Hornets, even the Hornets fall short. Nope, I can't help them. This really is a massive gap. I don't have any tank to fill that particular niche. Leichtwagen version 2 ready. Okay. Maybe that is going to finish up this one. So I'm going to make a copy of that. No, sorry, this is the alpha. Let's say this is the LK2 original with their own running gear. And then that engine. Oof, that engine plus turret, it could be a bit too heavy what I'm trying to ask this thing to do. Yeah, we're over. That's why they have a slightly lower engine than that. Okay, fine. Regarding machine guns, I don't have anything better than what I have been given. So let's just put the German machine guns back in and say, haha, we've created a new tank. No, that we have not. Crew. Commander. Driver. Gunner. Loader. Well. Hold on. What if I'm going to take this a different route? What if I'm going to say I don't want a turret? And I do want that better engine. It's going to be more mobile. We can do without one gunner. And maybe we can just add an armored seal. So we're essentially making the tank worse, I think. I don't have enough mechanic points. That's unfortunate. Now I might not have enough gunner points. There's one... oh, right. Steel core. And rocket fuel. No, aviation fuel and crude oil. Yeah, we're within margins. Okay, we can engineer it. The LK2 original. Let's see if that'll work. A little later, I have found that the medium Mark 0. It's a new hull. It actually is a tier 2 tank. I might be able to get closer to finally building this thing. Because I have reverse engineered from, I think, one of the other tanks, the Satyr series. This is going to allow me to get some slightly better tracks. This actually fits nicely with the vehicle. The problem is, they don't carry a whole lot. That has me somewhat worried. They don't carry a whole lot. So I'm going to see if I can maybe make that better by creating a different component for them. And making sure that that's the most modern version. So again, all the upgrades to the sprockets and the idler that we have. Unfortunately, it might make it heavier. That's my biggest concern. It might make it heavier, and that's not something I can really afford. Like, this is 39. This is 34, so this is slight upgrade. This is 43, and this is 62, so that's double the weight. Regarding all of these upgrades, I mean, they're nice, but we're going to have to make trade-offs somewhere. And it might be in the engine. I really hope we can throw together a fairly cheap engine so that that thing will actually roll. I'm just not sure if it will. So this one's getting created, and it can now carry up to, let's say, 14,952 kilograms. I now have a couple of different options for engines. I can throw 150 horsepower Ricardo into it, like a Ricardo V2, and we're almost maxing out. By the looks of it, we're getting a pretty decent horsepower or power to weight ratio, I think. If you're throwing in like a 60... no, I don't want to create a new part. I just want to create that one. There you go. Now you got a pretty bad power to weight ratio. So that 60 horsepower engine is simply not enough. We're going to need a little more than that. This means maybe the Taylor is sitting at about middle. But I do like my tanks powerful. So the Ricardo i6 we're going to use. And let's see, turret-wise, we can now have that better turret that I created. So this one is going to be sporting 3 machine guns. Let's go with Vickers, Mark II, Mark II, Mark II. And now we are within limits. I hope, however, that I have enough crew members. Or at least that the tank can fit enough crew. We're looking at... you need 2 commander slots. Okay. That's interesting. We need 2 mechanic slots as well. Is there something like a commander... like a mechanic... no. We don't need a loader. That's nice. So you're now also a gunner. We're going to need an extra additional gunner. We're going to need a driver. And we're going to need mechanics. 1... ooh, I hope we can have another mechanic here. This is the mechanic slot. So let's add the mechanic there and the gunner there. Okay, done. We're still under. So we're still fine. But not by much. Add more armor. Sorry, more firepower. Aviation fuel and the crude oil. And paint it in... oh, that's hideous. They're all hideous. Fine. Let's go with this. We are under the mass limit. So that's good. Crew stats all seem decent. Regarding mobility, like, is this thing going anywhere? It's going to have a road speed of 4. Right. So this thing is not going anywhere anytime soon. That's pretty bad. Is that because of this Ricardo engine? With the Knight, it, it only has a road speed of 3? Really? So, I'm trying to build a race car and it handles more like a shopping cart? Is that what we're doing here? Wow. This is... Yeah, this is... this is gonna be something else. Assign the engineers. Oh yeah, fine. I'll engineer that when I get around to that. Oh man. This is gonna be a very interesting tank. Ah, Serbia has accepted a contract, or at least has accepted my bid to a contract. And what they want is in 4 months to get a bunch of the Mark 8 land battleships. Believe it or not, they're still relevant. Which surprises me quite a lot. They want 24 of those. Should be doable by just one production line. 55 days. We'll have plenty of time to spare. And I think we stand to make like 800k from that one contract. Yeah. 882. So pretty decent. Research-wise, we're getting APC rounds. So we're getting some slightly better rounds for the tanks. And we're still reverse engineering that new unit. Oh, Germany wants tanks. Germany, please state your desires. 20-ton tank. Sorry, I cannot do that. I can try and offer them the LK2. Oh, the LK2 original is actually quite decent for this contract. But it's still at minus 29. So we're moving in the right direction, but we're not there yet. Okay, you're working on the Saturn V2. Excellent. What about that other tank that I was working on? That the tank destroyer-esque hull. That one. Because we have completed that. We have the Kinotar version 1 tracks. I think this one's going to fit. Nah, it might fit in that 20-ton slot. That 22-ton slot that they want. Let's see. We have 1921 modern, supposedly. But this is an actual tier 2. Yes, I would like to create a new component for that. No, actually just this one. Because we don't have any other components. Toss in a machine gun. Toss in another machine gun and another and another. And now regarding engines. What are we going to need? What are we going to need? Road speed, 8. Like, a Liberty engine is great, but it's real heavy. Road speed is still only 8. 15, now we're getting somewhere. I think the 300 horsepower engine might be the better one here. Yeah. We are once again going to be fairly maxing out the mass limit, but that's fine. Wait, do we need a new version for that? No, we don't. Oh, I still haven't engineered the Liberty V12? Oh, man. This is something that I am apparently not very good at. I keep going for, oh, look, new part. And then I completely forget what I was doing. Engineering a different tank, designing yet another platform, and ending up essentially with no tank. Ah, the LK2 Alpha has been fixed. Let's have a look at that tank. That's the potentially inferior version that I made. And I can now upgrade these defects. 4,500 each. That's a lot. I'm willing to do that as soon as there's a potential buyer for this platform. Otherwise, I'm not going to go through the difficulty. I don't want to. There we go. APC rounds done. Regarding firepower, I haven't really researched much. I got the anti-tank gun for free, I think. Yeah. I focused very much on structure and mobility. Can this house MG turret? Great. It's not what I seek. Adjusted anti-tank gun? No. Let's go get the oil. 156 days. Bloody hell. Fine. So be it. We're getting a water-cooled engine, a V6. It's not very potent. It's 73 horsepower, but hey, we're getting some nice tier 2 components, which we might use to upgrade our other engines. So in that sense, we might be making progress. As for the contract, we are well on track with that. LK2 original, tank trials complete, good. Bank balance is going down a little bit. Like we're spending about 300k on running costs, I think, which is fine. We can keep that up for quite a while. Romania. They want a bunch of 22-ton tanks. Can you not? They hate both of those. Because they're looking for something which has protection. The Hornet's a little closer to what they seek. The Frigate and the other one are too heavy. Yeah, I still don't have anything that they really want. That's unfortunate. Okay, I'm going to focus on just completing the CB16. I want to have just that one completed. And then we'll see. Here it is, the CB16. New and improved, at least according to our standards. And this thing will actually move. Isn't that nice? We have 4 machine guns. We have 1 3-pounder gun. She's actually fairly mobile. Much more than I'd expected. And I think this ship... Well, this ship. Sorry. Lots of naval games. I think this tank has potential. It seems to be flying around the tracks quite a lot better than the other vehicles. It turns very quickly. Probably due to its small track base. And with machine guns and main gun, offers a nice mix between soft and medium firepower, while not being too heavy. So I'm very much hopeful that this is going to be fielding that, or fitting that niche that we have so far been unable to fit. The 22-ton, fairly heavy, let's say all-rounder tank. Something with firepower, something with speed, something with protection. I'm not sure how good the protection stat of this vehicle is, but I think we'll be able to do quite well with it. So, let's do the test drive and then see if anybody's interested in buying this thing. The British have come with a new request. They need a massive amount of tanks. They need 60 tanks. That means that there's already $1.9 million on the line. The real question is, will they want this one? And they don't. They really hate it. Oh, come on. It kind of falls within the range, but it's still too heavy. What is it that they want? They want a male tank armed with a powerful anti-tank weapon, considered crucial to the war effort. It must be easy to repair and maintain in good condition with its own crew. I don't have anything like that. If I had the LK2 with a main gun, that would be it. But I simply don't have anything that can compete with this contract. What are the competitors sending? The Janus Mark 1. That looks an awful lot like the tank that I still haven't fully engineered. Hold on. Is it possible that you can add a main gun, like an anti-tank gun, to this one? Because if you can do that, maybe with a different turret on top, that might allow you to add an anti-tank gun. So is it just something that I haven't researched yet? Is it the hemispherical universal turret? Variant of the machine gun? No. Or other cannons? Oh, can also equip a machine gun and coaxial turret. Right. So maybe I need the hemispherical turret. Maybe I need that instead. Regarding firepower, I don't think this is going to strictly fit in anything. There's just the Mark II version, the Tier 2 version of the 3-pounder. So yeah, despite all the research, despite all the reverse engineering, I still don't really have anything that the British want. Nor do I think that with the tanks that I currently have, I can create something that comes close to it. Because you really want to have something that has a turret, check, and has a main gun in that turret. And therein lies the problem, because I can have a lot of machine guns, but of course that's not going to do much against the tank. So this cute little thing, it doesn't do much. It is not what the British want. It's just a draft as well. Regarding the whippets, like, I don't think that they'll do anything either. The medium Mark A. I cannot actually fit a main gun in there. So the heavies, they're big, they're outdated, they're too old. The frigates, same thing, the Mark 8s. So yeah, it sucks. I need to do more research, but I'm going to do that in the meanwhile between episodes this one, 4 and 5. So thank you for this one. I hope you have enjoyed watching the video, and I shall see you guys soon for more videos.